Well, we are officially back from the Weekend Cruiser group cruise. This was our second one, and it was on the Allure of the Seas with Royal Caribbean and her inaugural weekend sailing. I wanted to share with you all how great of a time that we had. Hey everybody, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, where I go on a weekend cruise just about every weekend. And I had so much fun on the second Weekend Cruiser group cruise. It was an amazing time, and I wanted to tell all of you about it because there are opportunities for you to come and join us on the next group cruises. Now, if you haven't done so already, make sure you're going down into the description and you're going to complete the form to get the newsletters on everywhere that we're going. This is how I'm going to be communicating out where the group cruises are going by those that have shared interest and said, hey, I would actually consider this, knowing that not everybody is a group cruiser. Let me talk about today why you should be. And I'm going to talk about this second group cruise and make a little bit of a highlight reel for it, if you will. So the first thing I think of when I would be looking at going on a group cruise is, who's going to be there? Who are the people that I'm going to be stuck with for this group cruise? And so I wanted to chat through, first of all, how amazing of a group this was. I mean, the people could not have been friendlier, more open, more welcoming to everybody that was there. And so that was really important to me. Number one is just to have a wonderful group of people that have gotten together. The age ranges for these folks are going to be anywhere from around my age to probably 20 years older than my age, maybe a little bit more than that. I'm not going to call anybody out by name on their ages because you'll be able to figure out who you are. There's only about 12 of us that came on this one. I'd love to see even more people come on. It was also about half couples. So half of the group were couples or came in a relationship, husband and wife couple, for instance. Or you had the other half that was all solo travelers like myself who wanted to go with a group and not be a solo travel, but actually have a group of friends on board. Half of them also were returning group cruisers. So they came on our initial group cruise on Liberty of the Seas earlier in the year, and then half of them were brand new. And so this, as the organizer, if you will, gave me a little bit of pause, because I know anytime you have people that have already sailed together and then you introduce new people, there's that opportunity for cliques to form and just not everybody to feel welcomed or included in the activities and in the events. And I must say, the people that came back from the first group cruise, this is why I love them, is they were even more accepting of the new folks than they were probably of the returning people, because they wanted them to feel like they fit in and that they had a place. And it wound up just being a really amazing weekend. Let's talk about some of the activities that we did while we were on board of Lord of the Seas. So the group got together to do all sorts of different things. But the first thing that I always like to premise it with is only do these things if you want to do these things. And that's exactly what people did on this cruise. If they wanted to go do something different because they thought that would be more fun or more entertaining to them, that's absolutely fine. Or maybe they just don't want to be part of a group the entire time. It can be a lot to always feel like you have to hang out with a group. You can absolutely come and go as you want to. We are all adults in this group, and that is a-okay. So for our nightly schedule, I'll start there and then I'll go into the ports. We started with a happy hour in the evening. So we had the early dining at 5:15. And so we would always start at happy hour, which the first night we chose to be at the Champagne Bar on Allure of the Seas. This turned out to be a little bit loud. I mean, it was echoey and it just really wasn't a great flow for a group of folks to be able to congregate. But we had an awesome time getting to know each other on the first night before going over to the main dining room. But for the second and third night, we really found our home over in the Schooner Bar. This was a place that we could have our own section. We could talk, we could get to know each other, easy to order drinks. It was a really good time over at the Schooner Bar before we walked into the main dining room. Now, the main dining room, we did have two different tables that we sat at. I would love for us to be at one, but we were a little bit too big of a group and the tables didn't quite work out the way that I wanted to, but we were able to mix it up. So one night this group would sit here, the next night, we'd change it up and everybody, we get to sit beside of somebody different, which I really like doing. Number one, it means I get to meet more of you and spend more quality time with you all, but so does everybody else that's there too. They get to know you even better. After dinner, we headed over to whatever the show was. So we normally had a little bit of a break in between dinner and the 8 p.m. show. So we did the 5:15 dinner, which is kind of early. So that would get us out of there around 7:15. Show was not until 8 o'clock. I would go over to Cafe Promenade. Some people would come with me to grab a after dinner cappuccino, and then we go into the shows. Now again, back to my point on, you don't have to do everything. There's some shows, like me for instance, I pieced out halfway through Mamma Mia. Great show. I've seen it before. I wanted to go to bed. So I did not even stick around for, the own activity myself. So if I'm not doing it, you certainly don't have to do it. The crowd favorite that we went to, though, was by far the Crazy Quest. We had one of our very own participating down on the stage, and we loved it. We sung our hearts out. We participated. We had a really, really good time at the Crazy Quest. If you're going on a Royal Caribbean cruise, and a few other cruise lines, honestly, it is a show that should not be missed and is an awesome time. Now, when we were in the port, so that is our evening activities. During the day, we also had some activities. So you all know that I love Nassau Bahamas, and that was our very first stop on the Allure of the Seas Inaugural Weekend sailing. And so we met at 10:30 in the morning as a group at the champagne bar. We did not grab champagne for this, we simply just met there. And then we walked off the ship together to head over to the New Duff. Now, you may remember I made a video about the New Duff not too long ago, so check that video out here. But it is a fantastic spot, great food, and we did a very casual walk over to the New Duff. Now, it is not close to the cruise port per se. It is directly on the other side of the Fish Fry or Arawak Cay, if you know where that is. And I'll see if I can't throw a map up here as well. But it's going to be about a 45-minute easy walk. It is a beautiful walk. You're along the water for most of it. You get to go by Junkanoo, get to cut through downtown Nassau. It is a really, really nice walk. And the food over there cannot be better. The crowd favorite was certainly, I think, the cinnamon buns. I think those were the most popular. Next were the guava, New Duff, which is kind of what they're known for. And then some of the savory bao buns that they have are off the chain. So if you have not checked out the New Duff, make sure you do that on your next cruise. But it's great for me to be able to go to Nassau with people, to be able to share with them what you can do in Nassau. People give Nassau a really hard time. And, me going there so often, I've kind of found what works, what I really like, and I love sharing that with you all. Over in Coco Cay, that was our second day, or yes, our second port that we went to. On our third day, we had lunch together. So for me, most of the time, Coco Cay is a do your own experience. If you want to stay on the ship, you can. If you want to go hang out at Oasis Lagoon, if you want to be at Chill Island, you do you here. But what we found is even though we're saying you do you, the group kind of still had people going off and doing things together, which I found really neat, that everybody kind of found their mesh. We then all met up, I'd say all of us, probably about 80% of us met up for lunch at the Snack Shack. So we were able to eat there, get to talk to each other. Then some of us went back to the ship to get ready again for happy hour at 4:30. And then the rest wanted to get a little bit more sun or maybe shop in the straw market. So we had an amazing time with lunch at Coco Cay, really enjoying it the way that we wanted to enjoy it, but know that we had people that we could still eat with. Overall, the Allure of the Seas was a fantastic ship to take a group on. I wish that we had longer than a weekend cruise, but welcome to my life and what I am able to do. This ship is massive and offered a ton for us to do. So if you're looking at doing a weekend cruise on Allure of the Seas, or maybe a midweek 4-night sailing coming up, make sure that you're watching this video here so that as soon as you step on board, you're going to be a pro and know exactly what you need to be doing to maximize your time and fun on board the Allure of the Seas. All right, everybody, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser. Hope to see you on a weekend cruise soon.